Hey everybody, it's Thursday night. I'm Josh Olive with Haven Comics. We are here for our weekly quiz show where we ask nerds questions and we see if they know the answers. So while we play the intro, hit the like button, hit the notifications, but hit all the stuff. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, why in the world not? Because we're super duper cool, as you can tell by the fact that I just said super duper. I am still smarting over the fact that I said super duper. That was painful, and I feel bad about myself. So that stinks. Speaking of people who feel bad, make me feel bad, I'd like to introduce my co-host, Mr. Jeremy Bernal. How are you?
I'm great. I don't make you feel bad. Man, I'm just love.
You often make me feel bad, but I don't think you do it on purpose.
Do I make you feel bad because I'm just so rad? I just walk in the room just spitting out radical vibes?
Well, I mean, let's be honest. You're extremely attractive. You're extremely talented. You make me feel bad.
No.
You do.
No. You're the
Terrible.
best. You're the best. Let's get into these.
I'm
You're making
lucky
me feel
that I have an ego that far outmatches what it should. My wife has told me that on more than one occasion.
Hey, man, I have taken great lessons in being a happier person from you. So when I met you, when I walked into Haven and I was like, look at this Venom I drew. And you were like, that's rad. That's awesome. I love that. And then, you know, throughout our friendship experience, you're like, you gotta learn how to just you use some words I can't say here, I don't think, but you're great. It's fun. You're giving me lessons on how to just be good. So thank you, Josh.
Well, thank you. See, it's a fun relationship. Everything's good. How do you suppose everybody's doing tonight?
Let's check. Let's see.
Let's see who all we got over here. The one true Zachary, of course, first in line because he likes to be early. Alan is here with the Yo Joe. Back at you, brother. James Sovic. Got Nick here, fresh off his lifetime ban by accident. Always good to have you, Nick. Appreciate it, brother. Spider Girl 42 says it's time to party, and it's a costume party. Couldn't be more right. I think you were supposed to be here for this because I think you'd fit right in. Justin says, hey, handsome Josh. Now I feel better. That's pretty good. Don't hit like because of his shirt. Whose shirt is he referring to?
Yours is a sports thing, so he's probably talking about sports. He's definitely not talking about Parks and Rec.
Yeah, you know, the Alabama, I got to say, if you're not aware of this, the Alabama A here, wherever it is up there, is almost identical to the Atlanta Braves A. Mm-hmm. But maybe the way you can tell is up at the top. The Alabama A has a mullet, and the Braves A does not.
It's got the swoop.
Yep. So Alabama A has a mullet. Makes it easy to remember.
You want me to ban him again?
No, that's all right. I still love him. We got Ryan in the house. Comics and Death Metal himself. Might as well just go ahead and hand him that Canadian question. Let's see who all we got here. Christine. Christine's awesome. Jeremy is also extremely Canadian. Does that happen because you married into it?
We'll see. Maybe one day. I wish. Is she talking about me just being nice?
Maybe.
That's a cool facade, and I'm glad everybody thinks that's the real me.
Apparently, Justin grabbed a book for Nick. Oh, I know which one he's talking about. He's talking about the Star Wars. I got you. No worries, no worries. Yeah, we try to help wherever we can. And he's so much younger than us, isn't he? He is that. Jeremy is a young man. He is a young man. That's true. Very true. How does it feel to be the young guy on the show, Jeremy?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know, because I feel old. So, I don't know. Let's not ever invite anybody younger than us.
Oh, wow. Wow. I don't know why you would hat somebody, but what you doing looking for manga at Walmart? That ain't right.
That feels off.
It does, doesn't it? And Nick is just like, he's reveling in it.
We should ask Wyatt what kind of manga we should carry at the store. Maybe people want it.
There you go. Jeremy deserves a like for the Parks and Rec. Treat yourself.
Thank you.
Treat yourself.
My coffee has whipped cream in it, so I was treating myself.
Oh, that is, yeah. That is the Packers G and the UGA. That's right. University of Georgia.
Sports.
It's good stuff. They've got a heck of a defense this year. Oh, the one true Zachary's been boning up on his Canadian knowledge and info. He's coming for you tonight on the Canadian question, Ryan.
I'm rooting for you.
What kind of hat? I think probably one of those page boy hats. I think, or maybe a bowler. I could. You know, I don't know very many people who I look at and think, I think that dude could pull off a bowler and look awesome. But I have to admit, I think Alan Breedlove would look awesome in a bowler hat. You know what I mean? He could look like he stepped straight out of the 1880s to whoop somebody.
The monocle.
No, I just see the bowler hat, the button-down shirt with the sleeves rolled up, the vest, and him coming after you because he's about to whoop you. He's been in every Western you've ever seen. Let's see who else. There's big talks about manga in here. I don't know if we need to go into all that.
Let's save it for when Wyatt's on.
Your mom popped on. She said hi.
Cool.
Thank you. I appreciate that. As a matter of fact, we have that one at the store because that one was worth ordering. Yeah. I haven't tried to read it. Maybe I should. Let's see. Who else we got here? I didn't even think about that, but yeah, that could work. That could work. Maybe Gangs of New York with a different accent. See, I think Alan could pull that off. I absolutely do. I absolutely think he could. He wears a scarf and a Sherlock Holmes pipe. You should have one. You should have one. I don't know why you not already have one. I can see you with that too. Very urbane, sitting around thinking up solutions to problems, blowing smoke rings.
I'm looking that word up, urbane.
I'm looking that word up.
I need to know.
So, in case anybody missed it earlier today Wonder Woman. Tell me how this hasn't happened already. Wonder Woman is being inducted into the Comic-Con Superhero Hall of Fame today.
She's like top 3.
How did that not happen the day that they announced that such a thing as a Hall of Fame existed?
That's hot garbage. You cannot put Superman and Batman in a Hall of Fame without Wonder Woman.
But what about Aquaman?
Yeah, I mean, he can stand up on his own. He's the best. But if it was like Spider-Man, and, you know, I could see that, and you just cut all the DC characters, but if any DC character is in there, it should be Wonder Woman. Right? Mm-hmm.
But today, they inducted her in the Hall of Fame. So DC made today Wonder Woman Day. So we had comics, giveaway comics, Wonder Woman comics at the store today. If you didn't get out to get them today, don't worry about it. We made sure to order plenty, and we are going to be having a Halloween event at the store. Low key, like get dressed up, come by, we'll take your picture, give you some candy, get some free comics. Maybe you'll buy some stuff, maybe you won't. I hope you do. But then you can go on about your business.
This makes me feel better. I think it's existed for like a week. The Comic-Con Museum is very new. Okay, so maybe
in that case, it's okay.
Yeah. Maybe they're staggering them, so it's like everybody gets their own time. Like Wonder Woman is worth making sure she gets her own highlighted time. I'm into that.
I would be okay with that. I just was like, this seems so wrong to me that she is so far, like, because I don't remember ever getting any notification that Batman and Superman were in there.
Yeah, that's because they suck.
That's crazy. Fax's Lounge says top 4, Spidey, Batman, Superman. I could go with that, although that's only 3 people. I assume you're including Wonder Woman in that. Speedball was inducted 3 years ago. Get out of here with that garbage.
Why does he tease you with Speedball? Who cares about Speedball? If you had to rank every single superhero from best to, like, I don't give a literal, like, I just don't care. Speedball is the very bottom. Least on my list.
What about when he became Penance?
Still, I mean, he got more boring as Penance, honestly. And
How
I know
horrible was Penance? How horrible was Penance?
he was bad. He was real bad. Like, not interesting at all to anyone.
Literally torturing himself, wearing a suit full of inverted spikes that poked onto the inside so that every time he did anything, it hurt him. Ouch. Ouch. That's a different kind of speedball, buddy. That's not what we were talking about. Zach Brinkman's here. Rock on. So, wait, who? Batman and Pac-Man. Pac-Man is not even a comic book character.
Yeah, that feels.
I mean,
off.
They've made comic books, but he's a pill popper. Somebody told me. That's crazy. That's crazy. A wheelchair superhero in the house. I didn't see him sneaking in.
How you doing?
Watch out for that. Top 4. This is interesting. Moon Knight, Dr. Fate, Batman, and Sean Collins.
Yeah. We're getting a name at this point. We're in the nobody's making sense portion of the show. I think we should introduce our guest because they are very cool. Cool
I think we should too. Speaking of people who should be in the Hall of Fame, we should introduce our guests. I'm going to bring them up on screen, and you give them the introduction they deserve, and just like point when it's ready to go.
Right on.
Go ahead. Tell me when you give them this lavish introduction.
Okay.
And then you just fire, and I'm going to bring them up.
Right on. So I think they need no introduction. One is literally the best comic book superhero of all time, and the other is Spider-Man. So let's pull them up.
Whoa!
Guys, how are you?
Spider-Gwen, Spider-Man.
I had a rep for Wonder Woman too.
That seems like a thing that Spider-Gwen would do. I can see that. So how are things going since the Spider-Verse clearly has kicked off again and you guys are back together?
Feeling great. It's never been a better time to be with friends and loved ones.
Can you give us any kind of sneak peek about what's going to happen in the new Spider-Verse or the new, what is it called? No, Can't Ever Go Home Again, Spider-Man, because you got to stay home.
I've been told I can't give details because I give spoilers. So no spoilers.
So that brings up another question. How do you feel about, in the comic books, them killing you off so that your clone, who they tried to do this with 25 years ago, can take over for you again? Is this going to be like an every 25 years thing?
I have mixed feelings. In a sense, after everyone else died, that I was the last one for them to kill. But I was hoping they wouldn't go that route.
Yeah, I understand that. I would be a little. I might stage an uprising of some sort if I were you.
I'm going to take the whole Spider team out.
That seems to be the direction they're going, which it freaks me out a little bit. I'm not going to argue. Yeah,
they're just going to reset it. There's going to be another alternative universe where there's all of them again. So,
Spider-Girl.
Yeah, Spider-Girl. Yeah, how are you not there? Did you not get the memo?
We put up the spider signal.
Have you got anything to say to your dad there, Spider-Girl?
What universe is that? There's so many alternative universes. That's not 616, is it?
No. That was a separate universe, but awesome.
I can't keep track.
Well, that's part of their deal.
I'm gonna embiggen these two because
that's awesome. That's not them. That's me. Look at that.
Those costumes are great.
Thanks.
Do you refer to them as costumes, or do you just call them your uniforms?
This is like loungewear.
Good resort wear. It's comfortable. You can swim in it.
We treated ourselves.
Ah, there you go. Treat yourself. That's so awesome. Uh, how familiar are you guys with the comic books in which you are represented and general nerd culture?
I'm only familiar with them from the MCU and the old cartoons, because I used to love the cartoons growing up, and then fell in love with the new MCU version of them, and of course watched all the other iterations on movies. But I've never read the comics, so it's on my to-do list. I actually asked you for a compendium one time, and you said there's no compendiums.
So wait a minute. The cartoons that you liked, did you like the old school cartoon or did you like the one with Iceman and Firestar?
Old school.
Rock on.
Yeah,
I
there
just always,
was an age of cartoons, and that was like with the old X-Men and the Batman and the Spider-Man.
We're talking like
Oh, I
Fox
see.
Kids.
you're talking about 90s. I'm talking like 60s and 70s and then the early 80s.
No.
Understood. Because in the old ones, which was what I meant by old, there was this weird thing where every single time Aunt May goes into his room to, like, and she's dusting his trophies. Like, what does he have trophies from? He can't play any sports.
Yeah.
And she knocks it over, and that opens the secret wall where his Spider-Man stuff is. But it always happens just as she turns around, and then just as she turns around, she stays, and she constantly is doing that. It's like, how is she always that unlucky every single time?
But also, like, you've seen renovations in your own house. We've been hearing about it. It's happened. What has it been, like a year and a half that they've been tearing up your house? How do they always do that with the wall? Or they've always got the secret base under their house? Or you go out into a shed and then you go down and then they've got this like completely unapproved, like no engineer is involved, like layer that spreads out across the neighborhood. How do they all have that? Makes no sense.
I feel like that's an infringement of like a property, because wouldn't it be like going underneath everyone else's house?
Yes. I wish that there was a real estate lawyer here to tell us about it.
What if they decide they want to build a basement and they go down and they're like, oh, hey,
Yeah,
there's already a
exactly.
basement here. How cool
Yeah.
is that?
It looks like Spider-Man dug under my house. This is strange.
Please. No one around here is going to dig into the ground for a basement.
Not around here. That's true.
Yeah.
Although I will say, I knew a guy. I knew his wife really well because we used to sing together, and we had a rehearsal over at their house. And when we got there, her husband was like, "Hey, I got to show you something," because he knew I was a nerd. I'm like, okay, and so he opens their hall closet, which is where you used to hang like 3 jackets, and that was too much, and you couldn't close the door, but you tried anyway. And he had gone into that hall closet and dug himself a basement.
Wow.
A full basement.
That's terrifying.
And when you go down there, it's their Lego room. And they've got their hot water heater and stuff like this in there. But all the walls were covered in this. It's simplifying it to call it aluminum foil, but that's essentially what it was. Because it was super duper power, conserved power and all this stuff. And he's like an engineer's engineer, right? He's one of those guys where he's like, yes, I can do this. And his wife let him dig a basement into their hall closet.
Oh, man. No offense to anybody that's ever done that, but also have an architectural, a foundation specialist come look at that. Just, maybe so your house doesn't fall in it. Just, my 2 cents.
People are giving me grief because I overshot. Thank you for the super duper, but also because I overshot on which 80s or 70s or 90s Spider-Man you were referring to. But thank you, Kyle. Wheelchair Superhero says he watched it on replay when he was younger, so he did watch the old stuff when he was a kid. Thank you, Kyle. I appreciate that. And hanging out in basements is a big pastime up north. Yeah, we don't have that down here.
Yeah, nobody knows about it here. Now, if you watch those things, it's like a history lesson. You need a professor to explain why they were so bad. Oh man.
Andrew, how you doing, man?
Andrew. All right, so you guys know why you're here. You're here to win some prizes. You're here to answer some nerd questions. You've seen the show before?
Once or twice.
That's amazing. I appreciate that you take time out of your busy web slinging days. So for anybody who hasn't seen the show, Spider-Man and Spider-Gwen are going to answer some nerd questions. And if they get it right, awesome. They get to keep the prizes that we're presenting. If they don't, you need to be the quickest one on the draw, and then you will get the prize that we're presenting. And you get to keep it. You get to hug it nice and warm next to your heart. That's it. That's the whole game.
A
Not more
question
to
is
it than
being
that.
asked if whether y'all can see.
Ooh.
Can actually see really well. I'm actually not bothered by it. I'm probably gonna take it off in a minute, but it's just because it's tight right here.
Is that because you got a big mouth? Is that? That's what Jeremy said.
I've got a little guard to put on it so it doesn't rub my face, but
Ah,
I'm not wearing it. So
That's
got
cool
it.
and thoughtful.
Sure.
she's got hers.
That's how I thought you just had super well-defined facial features, and that's how you were pulling off that look there, Spider-Man.
The perfect profile.
This is amazing. Rock on. Rock on. Well, what do you guys think? You guys ready for some questions?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's
All
do it.
Let's play. All right, I've got the prize cam up here.
Prize
What
cam.
What we're playing for today is this collection of 10 prizes. We've got some tried and true favorites like our stickers, our ubiquitous Feely things. We've got a beautiful bag by Christine May.
I just have
we've-
to tell you guys, these gelatinous Feely things have proven to be so popular. And we had somebody come in the other day and buy the entire case of them.
Nice.
I'm not kidding.
Dang.
So I just ordered 10 more cases of these things.
No, that's too much Feely things.
We went through 10 cases of them in record time, dude. We only had one left.
You could just start
Wow.
a ball pit of gelatinous feely things in your shop.
Whoa, you guys have unveiled. This is like Civil War all over again.
So
Oh, now the whole world knows who you are because everyone on the planet watches this. Oh, wait, they don't. You guys are totally safe.
Oh man. All right, so this is Jeffrey Middleton. If you need some legal advice, he's a guy that you should talk
Get it
to.
from that dude. His name is on fire.
That video just makes me laugh every time.
And then, of course, we've got
Aw,
Tim Middleton.
sweet.
That was amazing.
I feel super relaxed by her.
I couldn't do a video for Jeffrey and not Kim, and I had one for him last week, so I wanted to make sure you both got equal representation there. I want everyone to know, last week, okay, so Jeffrey is a lawyer. Kim is a, please help me describe it, because I'm just going to say ER pediatrician, but
I'm a pediatrician, but I work in the hospital, so I take care of newborn babies and sick kids.
okay, not the ER, but at the hospital. So you get the emergencies, but they just get
After they're stable.
okay. She is such a good person that this weekend we played D&D. She played D&D for the first time, and she chose to be a healer to heal everyone. I get in there and I'm like, let's murder. And she's like, let's make sure everyone is okay. So
Jeremy, I have heard from GMs who you have played with, invariably they're like, if one dude is going to Leroy Jenkins the whole group, it's going to be Jeremy.
And
They're like,
me.
that guy is just like, how can I break this? Ah! And you go through and just murder hobo everything.
I would like to think. Sorry.
I had one DM tell me that Jeremy was a murder hobo and not to trust him. And I had another DM tell me about a time that he just decided to burn the entire forest down that they were in. Just because I guess he didn't want to go through it or there was something in it. But they were in the forest at the time. So they were like, you never know what's going to happen.
I would
There
like
will
to
be other
think,
opportunities, Tots.
I'd like to think that I strike a little bit of fear in the DM's heart. So they question whether or not they should play with me.
Alan would like to know how he gets one of these videos.
Oh man, Alan, I gotta like you. So let's keep working on it.
Ouch.
Alan, note I don't have one. It's all good, brother.
Oh, you got this one.
That doesn't feel as personal.
Oh, I'll work on it. I'll take that venom I drew of you, and we'll see what we can do.
I bet that could do some cool stuff with that. I bet you could.
Speaking of question 1, we are playing for the stickers. That is a collection of Haven comic stickers and a magnet and a little demon guy that I drew.
Get you a little demon sticker.
Get you a demon.
Like a happy little demon.
All you got to do to get that little pile of fun is answer what candy was originally called chicken feed.
Ooh. Candy corn.
Ah,
I would not have gotten
And rightfully so.
in the 1880s.
So this candy's been around for 140 years.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And no wonder it tastes that way. It tastes like it's been around that long.
Why does everybody hate?
Because it's just wax.
It is gross. I've tried many times to be a person who likes candy corn. And every time I'm like, this is the year. I'm wrong.
Yeah,
Tim, do you like candy
the
corn?
only saving grace of candy corn is that you can mash them up onto your teeth and make fangs.
Yes.
So I like the chalky candy. So I like sweethearts, but I do not like candy corn.
Well, it's definitely not chalky. It's just waxy. Back in my day when this first came out, everyone thought that man was insane.
Mike says Josh remembers when it first came out, right? So we're going to hang on to that old joke from before.
Your mom likes it.
Yeah, see? I come
Mike,
from a
you
line
like
of winners.
I come from a line of winners.
I'm like the only person I know other than my mom that likes it. But I'm
I
working
don't
on growing.
despise it, but it is far from being my Halloween candy of choice.
Yeah, I'd eat it for dinner. It's the best.
Have you tried the one that tastes like the turkey dinner?
No.
They have candy corn that is all the different flavors of turkey dinner.
I think you're confusing Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory with real life.
I am not. I have friends who have done this, and some of the colors are disturbingly similar to each other. So the one that's supposed to be turkey and gravy, or the gravy and dressing, is really similar to one of the desserts, I think. Comic book writer Mark Waid actually wrote a whole diatribe on this because he said this is the worst thing that he's ever had to do because he kind of lost a bet to some buddies. And they didn't make him do the one chip thing.
Kind of makes me think of the Birdie Bots every flavor beans.
That's what
Exactly. We have a bag of the turkey. See, somebody's got that. And of course, that would be Todd's.
Mike says he liked candy corn too. I knew he was good people.
It's fine. I'm just a chocoholic.
Me too.
I believe that, Grace. But you're a chocoholic too, Kim?
Yeah, this is a chocolate house for sure.
What's your number one candy bar of choice? If you had to go, like you're going on a road trip, but you can only get one candy bar.
It's like the
What's it gonna
hardest
be?
question you could ever ask him. I'm super excited about it.
It's probably a tie between Snickers, Twix, and Kit Kats.
A three-way tie.
She doesn't
Snickers,
make
Twix.
decisions well.
Okay, so you don't get to think It
But
is
not outside of work.
That's true. That's
a
true.
right now answer. Pick one of those.
Snickers.
Boom. All right.
I would go with
That-
Snickers too because it's got the most things going on there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kit Kat, okay, you got some chocolate and some crunch. Twix, you got some chocolate, some crunch, and some caramel. The Snickers, you got the whole package, and then some nougat on top of it. So that's good stuff.
Have you ever
Yeah.
had the ice cream bars? Because they're delicious.
Heck yes. Yes, I have, and that made me happy. I'm all about that. Oh, now this is a good question. The Japanese Kit Kats with their bizarre flavor combinations. Have you tried those? And if so, do you have any favorites?
I've had the green tea one and the mint one, and I guess the white chocolate ones.
What about the little tiny squid ones?
What?
They make
Where you
horrible.
open the Kit Kat and it's just an actual live squid?
No, it's not alive. It's not even squid. I think it's more like little prawns or something. But yeah, it's little seafood Kit Kat. It's disgusting.
I've had a squid burger before.
How hideous was that?
It was picture worthy. It was great.
That sounds.
It looks
bad.
like a little squid with all.
I have never heard of a Fruity Pebbles Kit Kat, but I need that in my life stat.
Yeah,
That sounds
Yeah.
amazing.
I tried with some
that
white.
does sound cool.
Like Bigfoot Little Donuts has got those ones that they do the Fruity Pebbles on.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all,
So I buy those a lot for like the nurses and the residents and med students a lot, and because they deliver to the hospital. They're so
nice. So can we tell them without feeling bad that Haven is a hospital
Yeah.
and have the, and they can bring them to us because that would be spectacular.
You're abusing your power, Josh.
Hey, you just made me think of something. I've got some friends who have little kids, and they were doing a fundraiser for their band program at their school. And they had just gotten back from vacation in the Badlands, and they had taken pictures of all this awesome stuff and all these buffalo.
Oh, it's
And my friend says, well, what's your address? Send me your address. And I was like, tell me you're sending me a buffalo, because that's the coolest thing ever, right? Well, as a thank you for supporting their band fundraiser, one of her daughters drew me my very own buffalo,
Aww.
Yeah.
and they mailed it to me.
That's
I
awesome.
got my own buffalo postcard. How cool is that?
That's really cute.
That's adorable. They did send me a buffalo.
Oh, the hospital part is hidden in the basement that Josh dug years ago.
That was not me. I did not do
Bringing it
that.
back.
I didn't
Haven
have
says-
this in your brain.
Haven does have a weirdly big crawl space. So who knows what's under there? Not me.
Well, the florist has a full basement
oh.
at the store. So if you're ever at the store and the tornado sirens go off and you need to get someplace safe, run to the florist because they do have a full basement.
Right on. Speaking of full basements, question 2.
How is it?
I'm not sure how that transition works.
That's the best segue of the night. It makes
Okay. Speaking of full basements,
Probably something horror.
whose ghost did Winston Churchill famously see while he was staying at the White House? Winston Churchill apparently wandered into the basement of the White House. That seems to be what Jeremy's implying. But he saw a ghost at the White House. Who was this ghost?
Yeah, let us know so you can win these gelatinous feely things and this beautiful bag by Christine.
Superheroes. Oh, whoa, what's happening? Oh, wow, they've got a Ouija board. Ghost Rider, of all the people to have a Ouija board, I think Ghost Rider makes the most sense.
That's
Oh, man.
He looks like he conjured up another version of himself.
Is it a mirror? Is it a ghost?
Is that a marshmallow? Now I'm hungry. What is wrong? Why did you do this to me?
Have you guys had peeps? Has anybody else on Earth had a peep?
Everybody's had peeps.
They are sick. They're gross. I can't fathom why people eat peeps.
You don't like stale marshmallows covered in gritty sugar?
That answers itself.
So one of the nurses I work with, her daughter actually did a little YouTube thing where she tried every single flavor of Peeps.
Oh wow!
Were they all the exact same?
All like there's like a mint one, like a pepper one, a barbecue one. Oh, there's all sorts of them.
Barbecue Peeps? That sounds wrong. Whoa, whoa,
We got a
whoa!
lot of love for
Freeze
Peeps here.
You know, Mary Todd has more of a horror ring to it.
Roasted Peeps. This sounds terrifying. What have we done? Anyway, whose ghost did Winston Churchill see in the White House?
I don't know. We've been going back and forth on it. And I definitely think it was more of a drunken thing than it was an actual ghost.
Go ahead, discount the man. All right.
But, I mean, look at any daily habits that guy had. It was an incredible drinking regimen.
You had to do that to keep the ghosts away.
I would lean more towards Lincoln because I don't think most people would
That's fair.
visually
That's
be
fair.
able to know who his wife is or anything like that.
Yeah, I said Mary Todd because I liked it more as like a horror name. But we're going to go Lincoln.
Gonna go with Lincoln? You are correct.
Abraham Lincoln.
By the way, I
He
need
said
to
he
shout
got out of the bathtub. Not Abraham Lincoln, but Winston Churchill, although they're both unsettling images. He got out of the bathtub. He was naked except for a cigar. He walked into the adjoining bedroom, and there's Abraham Lincoln at the fireplace. And Churchill says, "Good evening, Mr. President. You seem to have me at a disadvantage." At which point Lincoln smiled softly and disappeared.
Wow.
I'm going to count that one up to the drinking problem. I'm with Jeffrey there.
What a story, though.
I do need to give a shout out to Christine because she, at the beginning, because we were on here last year at this time, and she found out that I work at the hospital, and so she actually made me a few masks that were, nerdy ones.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, right?
Yeah, and she made me an Olaf one too, and that one is very popular because I also have Olaf earrings to match, and that one always is a good crowd pleaser.
I bet. How do you justify keep away from me with "I like warm hugs"?
Yeah.
That's got to be a hard thing to balance.
I typically let the little ones hug me, but not the adults.
Hey, you're going to stick me with needles. Can I hug you? Sure.
Oh, man.
Wait a minute. It's the first time I've heard of that one. That's interesting.
I don't know who that is.
Ooh, the ghost of Taft. That would have, yeah, especially since he was getting out of the bathtub and Taft was so big he couldn't get out of the bathtub.
Someone Churchill looks small.
For question 3, we're going to check in with our friend Wyatt.
What?
Hey, how are you
I don't know
guys?
if y'all ever meet Wyatt out in civilian life, but that dude is one of the nicest human beings on the face of the planet. And his wife says he's that way all the time.
I try to be nice.
I asked.
It's a good thing.
I mean, it's better than the alternative. You know what I mean? So I just try to be nice.
Oh, people
That's what I always
on
say,
your artwork back there.
Yes, I
Some of
got
these-
some new ones, and there's some new ones coming for the show as well.
God dang it, Nick. Stop hounding me with that.
Wyatt, can you show off the wall? I was looking at pictures of it earlier.
Yeah, so I got some Flash. I got a new Flash, Venom. There's another Black Panther that you can't see over here, but then these are all the iterations of a Batman that have shown up in popular media. I got something from a Attack on Titan, and then behind me, there is the new one where I have Wolverine is from Days of Future Past, where they have him with his old and his future body. And then I have my wall of my Black Panther, and then I got some Jeremy stuff on the side too.
Very
That
cool.
didn't sound right.
Well,
Don't show that stuff off. We don't want them to know what it is.
Jeremy's a side
Secret.
piece.
All right, man. So Wyatt has been with the Blurred Syndicate for about a year.
Like 6-7 months. So it's about there. Almost
Okay.
there.
And dude,
Right on.
everybody in the comments are like, Wyatt, Wyatt, hey Wyatt.
Yeah.
Everybody loves Wyatt.
Got a lot of love
Josh,
for you there.
I got you your own poster since you can't. Hold on, I'm going to show you. Can you give me like 2 seconds?
Yeah.
Oh, this is fascinating.
All right, hold on 1 second.
Why don't you grab that while I play this sick video?
All right, so I got.
Nice.
Oh,
The Iron Stitch.
That's pretty
that's awesome.
I figured since you love Disney, from what
I'm
we
a big
talked
Disney nut. Yes.
about, so this is kind of like blending of the two worlds for you.
I got these creepy, like, I don't know if they're wax or plastic. They feel like wax things from Tokyo Disney Sea.
Ooh.
Look at Pinocchio. Like, why did they make Pinocchio? That's super weird. But there he is.
You know what I
Yeah.
thought? They should have really made a Pinocchio live action. You know what I mean? Because if you were going to make anything live action, that would have been something.
They're in the process of doing it right now.
Okay, well there it is.
Yeah, that is happening.
It's a great idea, Wyatt. They heard your request.
They
Yeah.
heard me from that point. So
Send them a cease and desist. Make sure you get your money.
absolutely. So
Ah, there you go. That's clever. I dig it. 626 meets 616. Yep, that's exactly what's going on in there.
so you'll have that this weekend when
You're
it's
the
online.
man. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I figured, do something nice.
Excellent.
I'm
He should be wood instead of. Yeah, I agree.
You know what I just realized? I do this to Wyatt all the time. I'm going to send you the question real quick.
No
That would be
worries.
really cool of me.
No worries.
He's so cool. He's on the show and he wasn't even going to say anything about it.
Right? Yeah. Oh, man. Sorry. I do this to you every week. Why don't you tell a joke?
So I was like, I'll just send him a nice little message. Just don't worry about it.
I say the Henry Ford Museum used to have wax things like that for Mustang instead of those coin pressing machines. They used to have wax things like that at the Cincinnati Zoo. And when I was a little kid, same thing at the Memphis Zoo. When I was a little kid, like 3 and 4 years old, I remember getting a gorilla made out of the machine right there that was so cool. I love that. I've been kind of hankering for one of those for years, and I haven't seen one of those for years, or probably some kind of terrible health risk. Like, here, kid, here's some hot wax.
Always a great idea. Do you remember those candles that exploded? Those gel candles?
Hold
No.
on. What kind of
They
candles
had
explode?
exploding candles on purpose?
It wasn't on purpose. They sold them. They were gel candles, and the gel, after being under the heat for a while, would combust and actually spew hot wax everywhere. So if you happen to be around the candle when you like blew it out or lit it or something, and it explode, you would get it all over your face.
Wow.
That's not cool.
That's not good at all. That's not.
No.
That's not pleasant.
One time, the prize cam and I went to a run of the mill hotel, and we got the continental breakfast. She heated up one of their eggs. It was like a boiled egg, and so she went to eat it, and it just exploded. It just popped.
Oh.
I don't think she liked it, but it was a pretty intense moment. I'm glad I saw it. Sounds like that candle.
They were fun to squish, though. I agree with Grace.
Exploding candles. I've never ever heard of those.
I've never heard of a boiled egg exploding either. That's like sitting there, like, boom, okay, I got me an egg and
Speaking of the prize cam, this is what we've got up that you can win. So we've got this beautiful scroll by just given to the show by the Blurred Syndicate. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about this one?
Oh yeah, so this is still with like My Hero Academia. So it's with the main character, Izuku Midoriya. He actually inherits his power from the guy that's right there, and So it's kind of like a passing of the torch type thing, and they yeah. So that's what it is. It's a really good show if you have a chance to watch it. It's pretty much on everything. Like I think Hulu maybe, and then you know, Funimation or Crunchyroll if you have that as well.
It's a very cool poster.
Yes.
Which reminds me, has everybody seen that there is a new comic book coming out for Cowboy Bebop?
No way.
Yeah.
Is it gonna at all sync with the Netflix show?
I have no idea. It was just I just had to place the order for it this past week or this week.
Did you get any of the Art Germ variants?
If they were available, I did.
I'm sure you did.
I ordered quite a few copies of that since Nick and Wes Nick and Alan and Wyatt have got people all stirred up for this manga stuff.
This manga stuff.
This
Oh man.
I hear it's popular with a significant portion of the world's population.
I bet if you polled your audience at Haven, I'm going to say it's 90%.
Of what?
People that go to Haven would buy manga if it was a story they liked.
I 100% guarantee you are incorrect. It would not be anywhere close to 90%.
I bet it would. Oh, Zach says
If it were, I
Preview
would
said it
carry
was
more
supposed
of
to.
it. We
Have you
used to
carried
carry it.
and people don't buy it.
No, they didn't buy it. That's why we
Ask
quit.
Ask
Oh,
Wyatt what you're supposed to stock.
When did you start? Because like there's really been
When we opened, we carried manga, we carried anime, we did all kind of stuff. And over the years, we have. Thank you, I appreciate that. We've carried it off and on, and we can't. There's just too much competition from too many other places. Also, our audience at Haven is mostly comic book readers. They're not into it.
All right. Well, I'm just saying that I know at least like one family that would be. Just put it out there.
Well, I'll order anything you want, man. You know that.
All right. I appreciate it. Well, I'm gonna get to this question so that you guys, because you guys have to be hot in those like costumes.
Actually,
No.
it feels great.
Okay. All right. Well, even better though.
So
She's always cold. It's not.
Oh, so
okay.
that's actually a comfortable costume for you.
Yeah.
I need to get one of those for my wife. She'll be like, I'm comfortable and I look stylish.
There you go. So, in the Legend of Zelda, the Ocarina of Time, what is the name of the fairy who guides Link throughout the game?
that's all you.
Crap. I don't do names of characters. You know that's your thing. Oh, hold on.
I'm going to give you a hint. Hey, listen.
Oh, I wish I knew that.
A fairy.
Would some wrong answers help? Like
Sure.
Giblet? It's not Giblet. Not Casper.
Pretty close.
Nick.
I think it's also not Tinkerbell.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Honestly, I just got a stupid horse's name in my head, and I can't get it out, and it's just distracting me from everything else.
What was the horse's name?
Epona.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Wilbur. Sorry, that's something old. You guys wouldn't know about that.
I knew I loved my wife when she was just humming Epona's song. I mean, I loved her before that, but that was the moment where I was like, no, I made a good decision.
This really bothers me. I always want to win Wyatt's prizes, and I never do. I don't know. We're just going to have to guess something. What do you want to guess?
You know all the Zelda things.
I don't know.
I don't know
No,
Zelda.
I'm just going to
things.
guess Dinah.
That's not the right answer this time. Wyatt,
So
let him know.
Is Navi?
It's Navi.
So
It doesn't ring a bell at all. Name. I'm so bad with names.
yeah.
One True Zachary picked it up this time.
Makes sense.
His walls are also getting full of Blurred Syndicate prizes.
True statement.
Picks up a good number of them.
Well, I just re-upped, and they all came in yesterday. So there's some really cool ones coming up. So
Very cool.
Just follow the BS, and yeah, it's those. Where did you get those? Those costumes look awesome, by the way. My son every year for like 4 years was Spider-Man. So like, and then he would take off his mask and he'd be like, I'd be like, "Hey, Spider-Man," and he was like, "Oh, it's Beard." So like, he literally was every iteration of Spider-Man. So that's really cool.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Thought about putting the sweatpants on to be that version of Spider-Man.
So that's what I do. I just put on the sweatpants and be like, "All right, let's go." So,
I think we got them from a website called Hero Time or something like that.
Awesome.
If you actually want it, we'll send it to you. But
yeah, I'll talk with you. But yeah, those are awesome, and I love you guys' videos as well because those were awesome. So.
Oh, that's awesome. It's jumping around. God dang it. Come on now. There it is.
Aw.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
This little guy is a hoot too, man. If y'all are ever at the store when that guy comes in, he's like, nothing phases that kid. He'll talk to anybody about anything. And he's like, "Hey, I'm going to go back here and whoop this video game too." Boop, 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 boop. And he's just this tiny little guy. He's awesome.
He's a real
That's true.
Literally, my son, like, so I came home from, I think it was Free Comic Book Day, and Jeremy had his designs and everything out. And so then, like, literally, my son saw it and was like, "Hey, Dad, so I'm taking this." And so he took that. So now he has like a wall of Spider-Man. So there were like 2 other like posters in there. There was like a Miles Morales one. He literally was like, "So yeah, Dad, I really want this one," and so that was another one. So yeah, so that was really funny from him.
That's cool to know they have a fan.
Yep. He has all your stuff like literally posted on the wall from there. So you do some great work. So keep it up.
Right on. Is Miles his favorite?
I think any Spider-Man, to be honest with you, he's literally, he even took a Venom just because it was in that Spider-Man like family. So
Right on.
So he loves it all. So
Group thoughts on Miles's new Windbreaker outfit.
meh,
Yeah.
meh.
His original costume is so iconic. It's so cool. I mean, it looks similar to the original Peter Parker costume, but it's totally different and got a different vibe. And it's awesome. I think they're going to have a tough time ever beating that one.
Just like the Spider-Man one. They
Mhm.
keep coming back to the same thing.
Yeah, that's a tough look to beat. It was a well-designed costume right from the jump.
Yeah.
Well, Wyatt, we always love having you on. We're gonna let you go for now. You got any plug from the BS this time? Or?
Nothing today. I've been working on my my horror movies, but I did like a whole compilation because I don't do horror movies at all. So
I'm with you.
So then I've done them all throughout since like the first week of October. So those will actually be out here in actually like tomorrow probably. So just check those out. I've done a week of it, but then I tried to get other people so that they can have their opinions on it. So just check it out. And if you guys want to talk about anything, you guys are more than welcome. Blurs, nerds, everybody in between are more than welcome to talk and join the BS.
Awesome. Very cool.
All right.
Well, we will see you next week. Thank you again.
All right, you guys.
Always good to see you, man.
So, sad confession, in high school, I used to get tricked by friends into scary movies, and it traumatized me. I probably should have had different friends.
What was one that you saw that really put the fear of God into you?
Amityville Horror, The Exorcist.
Amityville Horror and what?
The Exorcist.
The Exorcist. Yeah.
I didn't even I had my face in a pillow for a part of it, and I definitely started crying.
Oh
no.
Yeah, you needed new friends.
Ouch. That's hardcore. How do you feel about movies like The Sixth Sense, which is more of a thriller than a horror movie?
I remember watching it, I guess I was 11, And I remember that I would be at home by myself, and every time it got cold, I freaked out.
Yeah, maybe you should stay away from the horror movies.
It's ridiculous.
I have to give it of an imagination.
Yes.
I have a friend who can't watch anything with aliens in it because it freaks her out. She's like, nope, can't do it.
Nope.
We would go on the great movie ride at Disney World, and we get to the alien part, and she was just like this, like nope, 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 nope. And she couldn't look at it. She knew that it wasn't real, but she couldn't handle it.
I can barely do dinosaurs. I have quite frequently had dreams of velociraptors chasing after me.
Oh no! But there's so many great dinosaurs like Triceratopses and Brachiosauruses.
Yeah, I mean, pterodactyls are, I guess, more of my favorite, but yeah, I still get dreams of velociraptors.
Ouch, that's hardcore. So do you have to watch all your favorite movies like when she's sleeping on the couch or something? You're like, okay, I guess I'm gonna watch Jurassic World now.
There are definitely movies where she'll look at it and I'll be like, "You want to watch this with me?" And she's like, "No, watch it when I'm at work."
Yeah.
At least you guys know your limitations and you respect them.
Oh yeah,
That's cool.
There are certain movies I won't even ask her about. I'll just be like, I don't want you to watch this with me because then you're gonna have terrible nightmares.
Do you ever trick her into watching something like her friends did?
Heck no.
Well, the funny thing is we had the same friends in high school, so
No way!
yeah.
There was some overlap. Yeah.
Wow, that's rough. Yeah, actually, who's asking if she freaked out during ET? Yeah, she did not care for ET. Did not care for ET at all.
E.T. is weird. That is a weird movie. I don't like E.T. That monster is off-putting.
It's a turtle without a shell. I mean,
Yeah.
That's what he looks like.
That's a good comparison.
Yeah, it is.
He's like, what? I am a turtle.
I can't think of E.T. without thinking about Reese's.
Right? And that was such a total, that was supposed to be M&M's, but M&M's was like, yeah, no, we're not going to pay you for that.
Placement.
And so they did Reese's Pieces, and that launched Reese's Pieces from a nothing candy to, hey, everybody wants that. And now you can't think of E.T. without thinking of it.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard, and I cannot verify this, that it was one of the first examples of product placement, and the advertiser actually paid for the product placement.
It was one of the first big successes where they could actually tie any market value change to it. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. And Reese's Pieces are awesome. I'm not going to lie. I like them better than M&M's by a pretty wide margin.
I can't eat as many Reese's Pieces. Like, I can sit there and eat M&M's like over and over and over again, but Reese's Pieces are a little richer. I can't eat more than like 5.
I got a tip for you. You take the bag, cut it open, and you just pour them all in your mouth at once, and you just commit. That's how I operate.
You know,
that's how Jeremy does it.
To ever do is to mix M&Ms with Reese's Pieces and Skittles in a bowl.
That sounds great.
That sounds horrible.
Cut the Skittles, throw some pretzels in there. Then I'm on board.
You can't tell which one you're picking up.
Correct. And you just pick it and you're expecting one flavor and you get something else. And it's very stressful.
Yeah, I would not care for that at all.
Speaking of question 4, we can win. All you got to do is answer question 4 and you can win these sick comic books. So we have this Star Wars comic. My eyesight's not good enough to read that. Price Cam, zoom in.
She did. How much further do you want her to
zoom in? Price Cam. Zoom in. Okay, perfect. So that is 59. That's what I read. And there's Darth Maul. Justin, let me know. Is that Darth Sidious or Maul or whatever? And then there's a Walking Dead one. That looks like some bad's happening to that guy. So
like
all you gotta do is answer question 4.
Yeah, you're getting called out for your great segue. People loved it.
I'm the king of segues. What can I say?
True. All right. So, for those awesome books that Jeremy couldn't remember or read, what do Selenophiles love?
Sorry, guys.
Like as a word, Selenophiles?
Yep. What does that mean?
What is
Moon.
what is Selena Gomez's fan base? People call themselves weird things in their fan bases and stuff.
I don't know.
Oh, I'm so glad that this answer makes any sense, because before I was clicking this and I read this and then I clicked the answer to question 2 and I was like, number 1, why do we have 2 Abraham Lincoln questions and Selenophiles love Abraham Lincoln? I'm so glad I'm wrong. That's not what it is.
I mean, they might.
Just a little hint.
That's not what the word Selenophile means.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a big Selena Gomez fan.
Which is what I thought you'd know.
But the first thing I thought was actual terminology.
Fair enough.
Mhm.
Well,
I'll give you a
okay,
hint.
so
We're
talk us
talking
through it.
about terminology.
Okay, so
Not Selena
Selena
Gomez.
has to do with the moon.
Do it to it.
So I would
I like
say lover of the moon.
Ding, 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 ding. We have a winner.
I just made it worse by talking it out with you.
That is real intellect at work there. That was amazing. I'm happy to see that. We dialed back from Selena Gomez, which is great because she wouldn't have been around when the word originated. So,
Well, speaking of Selena Gomez, you have to watch Only Murders in the Building because that is a great TV show.
Actually, it's great.
That's what I have heard from everyone. Everybody
It's-
says that's an awesome show.
It's just adorable. And I think the last episode just came out last night.
right on.
Yeah. Tuesday.
So it's the
Whenever
perfect
Tuesday
time
was.
to binge, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, good call.
I can't commit to a show until it's done now after Game of Thrones because I kept saying I was going to watch Game of Thrones and then everyone was like, no, at the very end it ruined the entire experience. I didn't watch a single one. I feel great.
Well, if it's fair, the entire last season kind of ruined the experience, but yeah.
It really is amazing how quickly it got wiped from the zeitgeist.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Usually stuff like that sticks around, and it did not.
It was so bad that people deleted it from their brains,
Yeah.
which was a shame because it happened as soon as they ran out of original source material from the books. All the stuff that you had been working toward, even the red herrings and things, everything felt earned until they ran out of material. And they're like, well, we know that he said it was kind of going to go this way, so skip earning anything. Just here's the answer. And so the quality went downhill fast. And I mean, there were cool moments, but yeah, that whole thing ended with a what? No.
Well, a show like that's all built. I mean, there's very few moments where you can really cling to something and really enjoy that thing as a standalone.
I don't know. I mean, I didn't think it was terrible.
The ending?
Yeah, I mean, it could have been better, but I didn't think it was like the worst ever.
It was rushed, though, right? Like you agree with that?
Yes, it was rushed, and I'm not gonna lie, it kind of did stink that whoever ended up on the actual throne, but everyone else got their happy ending, mostly.
I don't even know what we're talking about, and I feel great about it. So. Hey, you guys have seen the show before, right?
You asked them that earlier, and they responded in the affirmative.
And so we don't answer this next question.
That's cool, because that's just a segue. Can you tell me about question 5?
This is the Canadian bonus question.
Nailed it. So you win the chance to sit this one out. The Canadian bonus question is for the audience. Audience, all you got to do here is get this next question right. First one to get it right wins
So
25 Haven Comics dollars.
Oh, that was
Check
a nice
that out.
reveal.
Yeah, you win that sick. That's a business card with $25 attached to it.
Courtesy of Jeremy Bernard.
Yep, marketing. Did you guys know marketing exists? Now you do. That's my face. Okay, removing that. Yeah, we were just talking about that this whole episode, segue after segue. Killing it tonight with these segues. What Canadian director brought the world the terror of telekinesis in the 1981 cult classic Scanners? Ooh,
It's actually a pretty good movie.
I didn't know he was Canadian. And hint, it's a he.
Yeah, it's a pretty good movie too, Scanners. I don't think you would like it, Kim. It's a bit
Not
on the scary
Carpenter.
side. We've only just begun to live. White lace and promises. Different Carpenter. I'm sorry.
We got some Canadian love right there. Of course, Comics and Death Metal actually loves Canada now.
Oh, Tots called that he was going to do it. He pointed off the left field and said that's where the home run ball is going.
Tots,
And then he went, boom!
boom,
The Babe Ruth and knocked it out the park.
David Cronenberg. Famously, David Cronenberg was named for the Rick and Morty episode where they Cronenberged an entire planet.
That's
Just
why
kidding.
I love that name.
He's a real person. He's
I had
born in
no
Ontario.
idea they just destroyed a person's name with that episode.
Well, so listen to his movies, and then you'll know why they said that. So he also directed The Fly. He directed Dead Zone, History of Violence, and Cosmopolis. So he hits those gory movies. Tots, congratulations on winning $25 to Haven Comics, the best store in the entire world.
You were right there. I think you switched the U and the E at the end of the word, but no, dude, you were right there. And as he says, he is the Canadian Bambino.
Mike, so Tots just answered on YouTube. It sucks that on the YouTube people can't see the Facebook people's comments and vice versa. So it takes them all and it slides them together and it tells us who came first. And that's what happened. I'm sure on Facebook it looks like Mike came first, but
Pretty sure Facebook gets a 5-second penalty.
Well, so I start off the show on Facebook and I'm like with the show, but then at some point it ends up lagging behind and I'm not sure how that happens.
Interesting.
Because we use 3 platforms when we watch y'all show.
That sounds super complex. What's the third one?
I just have a duplicate YouTube on the TV, so I can make sure that one's always at the fastest speed. And then I have my phone pulled up on YouTube, and she's got hers on Facebook.
This is some serious strategy you guys employ here.
So you're watching on the TV, and then your phones are just your
To answer.
typing answering devices. That's
We
cool.
don't play with this game, so.
You'd think we'd have a better record.
Also, I have to say, since being on last year, I very much appreciate you guys because with COVID, we have definitely been very reclusive, and this is how we interact with people these days.
Very cool.
Yeah, I understand that. Looks like Tots also uses a TV, a laptop, and his phone.
Respect.
And you got to make sure your internet is plugged into Ethernet, and you got to get that 1,000 megabytes per second, guys. You gotta amp it up.
Got to be so fast.
Oh man.
Well, what's we got for our next question here, Jeremy?
Let's check in with the prize cam, and
Ooh,
we'll
fellow
see.
hermits.
We have this Spider-Man prize pack.
That seems like that was purposefully themed for tonight.
Hey, am I a thoughtful guy? What can I say? So you can get 2 copies of Amazing Spider-Man. They're different issues, so that's rad. And then one of Miles Morales Spider-Man. So,
I love the frame variants that they did. That's reminiscent of the Marvel 25th anniversary frame variant
yeah.
that they did back in the 80s. And you're wondering, like, okay, it was 25 years in the 80s. How are they celebrating, like, 80 years now? I don't know how they do math. But
Me either. I also love Humberto Ramosa's chunky style because he's kinetic. So that Spider-Man, I just love the middle one. He's real
Humberto Ramos is not my favorite artist. I do appreciate him a lot more than I used to. His Venom is the best.
Yes, he's
He
good.
draws this crazy, goopy, kinetic Venom. that's not bound by the strictures of I have a human skeleton under here. It is creepy and spectacular.
Right. I think he's different, and I like him. All right, question 6, Josh. Pass the torch to you.
Hope we get
Question 6.
I believe in you.
All right. What is the alter ego that Daredevil used to go undercover?
it. That's you.
That's tricky. That's a tricky one.
I got feelings about this answer.
You got feelings.
I'm getting some good answers here. I put them up, but as soon as I do that, somebody else is going to push theirs up. I'm going to.
Right, I know the feeling. Although some of these are hilarious.
Yeah.
Like Pat Purdock
Yeah.
and Dare
Or,
Angel.
Yeah, Dare Angel. That's my favorite. Or Devil Dare.
But that is
I like Batman.
We don't know the answer, so we're gonna submit Charlie Cox.
Ooh, that's good.
good.
I appreciate that. No, he would go around parading as his twin brother, Mike Murdoch,
Oh, I've heard this before. The
who
twin brothers.
died a long time ago in the comics. But yeah, I mean, how he was doing this before his brother died. So what kind of a jerk is like, no, I'm Mike Murdoch. It's okay. And then he gets his brother beat up.
Aw.
And then like he's got a twin brother all of a sudden. That's
No,
convenient.
he's had a twin brother. His twin brother's been dead for a long time, dude.
Okay, so, but like, did he have it in the original comics? Is that ever a thing that popped up in his backstory? The twin brother, like.
I'm talking the twin brother died like back in issue number 40 of the original run.
So, but that was like a thing. Like he'd hang out with his brother, and it's like, oh, it's my brother's birthday, and like he was a person.
But it was the same day as his birthday, so no.
Okay.
I see what Jeremy's saying though. Like in any iteration of like the flashback scene, his dad dies. It's always just
Mhm.
Him. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, his brother was always kind of like mentioned and was kind of there, but
So he was the reputable family member that couldn't hang out with the rest of them.
like, it kind of felt like when the accident happened, there was some space there that got put between them. I don't know. But yeah, Mike Murdoch was a thing for a long time, and then he got killed, and that was like no bueno.
We tried. So close.
Hey,
I really thought Charlie
it's not-
Cox would dance.
it's not a thing you should have known because it's stupid and sucks. Okay. So that was a segue for question 7.
Wait, who won the
Yeah,
question?
y'all never showed anybody.
Oh, I thought we kicked it up. Did we not? My
Oh,
bad.
maybe not.
Oh, will we need to?
The first one I see, holy crap, dude is on a roll tonight.
Tots.
He's always on a roll.
But he also, that dude is a constant.
He's like butter
gentleman.
because he's always on a roll.
Where is it? He
But is he painting a figurine while winning?
probably.
Those are
That
questions
man's
that we need answers.
that man's a genius. Hold on, somebody said something real cool, and I want to make sure it was him.
Tot said Middletons can have it.
Yes.
Aw,
Yes.
Thank you.
thank
He's a
you.
gentleman.
Very nice.
That's nice.
All right. Didn't mean to just move on. But now it is question 7, the real estate question of the night. It is sponsored by Jeremy Bernard Realty, the Bernard Realty Group. That is
I've
me.
heard of that. Was that a new one?
Yeah, switched it up so you guys would pay attention.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, this is different.
I
And
like
it feels
was
a little
more like
spooky.
having your name on fire made out of metal
Mhm.
or turning into your Patronus, but it was cool.
I still have to be approachable, unlike Jeffrey, who gets to have his name on metal fire.
But like the Patronus was approachable. I mean, my Patronus.
Yeah, it was. But also, I mean, we're in that time of year, you know?
That one is awesome. I'm with you.
I
That
love
was super
that show
cool.
so much, which makes no sense considering how it's kind of stressful.
Yeah.
But you like that
It's
show?
stressful to me,
I
too.
really, really like that show.
She loves it.
That's awesome.
It's coming back soon, I think.
Have you watched Midnight Mass by any chance?
I have.
Do you think she would like it? Because I think she would.
Maybe. That one's on the line.
Interesting.
So, for question 7, we are playing for this
Whoa.
incredibly cool Transformers toy. Bring out your inner child, or maybe you just know a child that would like it, or maybe you just super love Transformers like me. This is a quality, figurine. It's a Decepticon Snapdragon. Price cam, if you can flip it to the back, you'll see he's a
that
triple
was
changer.
donated by Christine May also.
Absolutely, yeah. She's one of the best humans on Earth.
Super cool. Yes.
This guy can be a plane. He can be a dinosaur, which stresses Kim out, so we gotta hide that one from her.
Is he a Decepticon?
So I see he's a nice dinosaur. See, she can pet him.
What'd you say, Jeffrey?
I said, is he a Decepticon?
Yes, sir. Look at him. He's purple.
And his name is Snapdragon.
Yeah. If he's purple, you know he's bad. And look at that. That's what is that little mini changer guy right there? It's bringing it all back. Were you guys Transformer guys, or were you young people?
I like Transformers. I used to watch the cartoon they had.
I liked the little toys getting to transform them back and forth.
Yeah.
Have y'all seen the video of that like $800 self-transforming Optimus Prime?
Yeah, you had that on the Haven page for a while.
That thing was amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, in cardboard.
Yes. Those are Halloween costume goals.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Very cool. So, sorry, Josh.
I was just going to say, so what do they have to answer to win this awesome toy?
Question 7. It's real estate related, so you know the answer is it's at place this time. Yep. All right. So, although it was filmed in Pasadena, California, what fictional city and state, it's a real state, did the film Halloween take place in? In which town did it take place?
Wait,
With that right answer.
Filmed in Pasadena?
Yes, it was filmed in Pasadena. That is irrelevant outside of you need to know it was not actually, that was not really the place that it took place. That's just the movie magic.
Because it is, in fact, a fictional story in a fictional location.
Yep.
Wait, you said Halloween or Halloween Town?
Halloween. What
Michael
fictional-
Myers, knife.
Yeah. What fictional city
Oh,
and real state did Halloween the movie take place?
I feel pretty confident that we're not going to get this one. Because
That's okay.
I've never seen
Shoot for the
Halloween.
stars.
And unless she got tricked into it, we know she didn't see it. So,
I bet Wyatt knows it. I bet he watched it this.
I'm going to call it Springfield, Illinois.
That's not a bad answer.
You got anything better?
Sounds good to me.
We're going to confidently say Springfield, Illinois.
You got the right state.
Yeah, I could give you some emotional credit for that. You got the right state.
I'll take the emotional credit.
We do have a correct answer.
Which, by the way, Halloween Town is a good movie, though.
I have not seen it. Is it?
And the first one out the gate with the correct answer appears to be Alan Breedlove, Haddonfield, Illinois. Now, I feel like I'm missing out on something I should know, or Jeremy, your mom is having a stroke.
Don't say my mom's having a stroke.
I don't know what's
take that
happening here,
back.
but that's not English.
Ba weep grana weep ninny ba is the universal greeting in Transformers. They travel from planet to planet. That's the greeting that you use when you don't know the language of the person you're talking to.
Then your mom is super cool and is way cooler than me because I did not know that.
Well, I'll give her that she's cooler than you. I don't know if she's super cool or not.
That's pretty dope.
Oh, man.
Hardcore.
Yeah, sorry. I'm kidding. I know that she's cooler than you. Okay, so, Josh, I'm just teasing you. I love you to death. I feel like I'm super mean to you on this show, but everybody should know that Josh and I are like super best friends.
Wyatt did, in fact, watch it.
Yeah. He got it right, too. He was just a second behind.
Gotcha. All right.
So
what does that move us to? Question number 8?
question number 8.
What is our
Music
awesome
video.
prize for question number 8?
Boom.
Oh,
Daredevil End of Days.
that's a great story right there.
Mm-hmm. The cover is by Mac, and then artwork by Maleev. There are other dudes that do the artwork, but that team is the best at Daredevil. So good. So good. Don't sigh. Don't make me hurt, man. Just let me love what I love.
I enjoyed that run.
Daredevil.
I did enjoy that run.
Okay.
I thought there were others that were better, but that was a good run.
What?
All right. We'll just list them all up. They're all good. Prize Cam, will you do me a super huge favor? Just pick that thing up.
Ooh,
That's a real deal.
it's got some heft.
Yeah.
Price can throw it up and down. See if you can juggle it.
Oh man.
We have the coolest prize cam in the world. That's so awesome. So for that now slightly damaged book,
Yeah.
in Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, who drew the first edition of the Map of Days?
Oh,
It's a deep dive.
who drew the first map of days? Oh, is that the tip of my tongue? Oh, he has a name that has to do with like maps and stuff, cartography.
So he's not one of the bird people.
No, the bird people, they're only females.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're right or not. I don't know any facts about this.
It's a pretty good book series. I've only read the first book, but it was enjoyable.
I've read all 6 books.
I liked her concept of taking really old photos of like the still photos of they would like have to sit really still for a long time to get the book taken, and they were creepy as shit because if you move it all, like you get
It's a
weird
family
things happening.
show.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, Jeffrey, tuck it back in.
And so she took those pictures that she liked and wrote a story around them.
Him,
That's cool.
Ransom Riggs.
Sorry,
Um,
it's not a good run for me.
You're okay.
We just need to edit out that 3-minute sequence.
I don't see a right answer. I don't. I got one good answer right here. Alan says Miss Peregrine. That would have been
But
two.
I thought Grace's answer was also good,
Yeah.
and Mike's answer was a good one too.
So you're thinking about maps, cartography. You're thinking
No,
about
he has
drawings.
like, okay, so the only name I can think of at the moment is actually a Harry Potter name, but it is a similar type of name.
We'll say that, and then maybe we'll talk your way through it.
Okay, so the name I'm thinking of is Phineas Nigellus.
Like Magellan,
No.
No.
But he has some type of name that's similar to that.
circumference.
No.
What's similar about it?
I don't know, just that it's an old, weird name that
Mhm.
no one would have anymore.
I'm going to give you a hint. It is an old weird name that nobody has in real life.
Is it Phineas?
No, it's not Phineas.
Is it like one of those like strong bottom or something?
No.
I don't think it's a map pun. I don't
It's
think
not
it
a
is.
map. No, there's no map anything. I
Well,
looked at it.
Just a weird name.
It is.
I'm not gonna.
And from a syllabic standpoint and the general feel and sound of the words, what you just said was dead on.
Mhm.
You're right in the ballpark. I think you know who this is. You just haven't got the name yet.
Jay requests a reread of question 8. Josh.
All right. He's got to put this into the Googler.
Yeah.
In Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, who drew the first edition of the Map of Days? Like everybody here is perplexed.
Oh, his last name is Perplexus.
Josh.
Wait, my favorite new answer.
Nice, Josh.
Rand McNally.
Perplexus.
Josh,
Perplexus.
maybe somebody's Googled it since I was looking. I don't see a single thing in the audience, and I'm inclined. So you weigh in on that.
I agree. Yeah, no, I agree.
All right.
I do like Mike's other answer, Zebediah McGillicuddy.
That's a pretty good one.
Rose Compass. Rand McNally is hilarious.
Pumpkin Wagnall. That's two
Jay
words.
Thornton in the house. Hey, Jay. Yeah, it is Perplexus Anomalous.
So
You got
I
it.
also have to say
Perplexus.
the movie frustrated the crap out of me because they mixed the main girl's power with something else, and her like fiery spirit, she's supposed to have fire, but they made her like this floaty thing, and
Whimsical.
it frustrated me so bad.
Was she like a
Welcome to the
whimsical
Hobbit
fire
movie
thing?
for me.
Huh?
Said, welcome to the Hobbit movies for me.
Yes, the Hobbit movies also frustrate me.
Lord of the Rings did some character conflation and things like that, but in ways that made sense and I was cool with. I thought Lord of the Rings was spectacular. The Hobbit movies just made me want to go throw somebody off a bridge.
She
Well,
has been
how
to
do
many a time.
you make 100 and maybe 50-ish pages, 100-ish pages, somewhere in between there, into 9 hours?
I was okay with them pulling some information from the appendices to the Lord of the Rings and making it a little bit of a darker story as it was told there. But they like took that and then just made up some other stuff and introduced a dwarf elf love thing that was super weird and creepy with an elf that they made up and introduced in there. Like, come on, people.
You know, Evangeline Lilly actually like signed on with the thing that said that she was not going to be in a love triangle, and then they put her in one.
She should have bailed.
Well, it wasn't really a triangle so much as it was just, hey, how you doing? I mean, there was no third leg of that triangle. It was just her and this dwarf like, we really shouldn't, but I can't help myself. But we shouldn't, but I can't help myself. It was insane. A dwarf who also, by the way, did not have a beard. He just had like a little bit of a 5 o'clock shadow. I have a better beard than he had, and my beard is nowhere near Jeremy levels.
He was too attractive as of a dwarf, but I'm so partial to Legolas.
My niece has got. She is in love with Legolas. She's dressing as an elf for Halloween this year. She'll be coming up to the shop next Saturday, by the way. And I believe she and my nephew are both going to be decked out in their Halloween gear. But yeah, she loves Legolas and she loves Loki. So she's got a type going on there of some sort. I'm not sure what, but
she wants the swooping hair.
I get that same like, so
it's Prize Cam Jr.
She's showing off the prize for question 9.
Awesome.
I drew this week during a
so cool.
meeting. It's Jack Skellington and Batman crossover cover.
Did you draw that, Rowan?
Rowan, they're talking to you.
Did you
Rowan,
draw
did you
that?
draw that?
Did you draw that?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. That's Jeremy's been claiming credit for all her work this whole time.
Oh man.
She wants to see Spider Gwen and Spider Man again, but I
Oh,
can't
you
move my
can't blame her
camera
for
around.
that.
Oh, that look. All
That's
right.
adorable. Wow, that's not fair to cut straight from cuteness to me.
Oh, she gonna.
Oh, man. No, she can't see the flipped camera. So.
Too late. I'm already there.
Oh, she can see him now? Okay.
Oh,
Spider-Gwen and Spider-Man.
Heck yeah, look at that.
Oh, man.
If you're really, really good, they'll come trick-or-treating at your house, Rowan.
All right.
Gonna make promises for y'all.
That's
You don't want to disappoint a kid, do you?
right.
Yeah. So to win that crossover sketch cover,
Can we look at that again? Because that was awesome, and I only got to glance at it a little bit.
all right, hold on. Can we prize cam? Let me see. Okay.
No, you have to hold it up so they can see.
Wow, look at that. That's awesome.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to see if she will let it go. Okay, it belongs
that
to
looks like a
Rowan now.
big no right there.
Okay, so we'll give you something. You'll get a sketch cover. Who did Kevin dress up as for the Office's Halloween episode costume contest? We're talking about Kevin dressed up for a Halloween episode costume contest.
I remember what Oscar dressed up as.
What?
He was a consumer.
A consumer.
Yeah, he like had this other costume, and then he decided to just go as like in a suit as like a generic consumer person, and he won the contest because no one else wanted to vote for anyone else. Let's see. What did Kevin want to be?
That's so mean, Owen.
Wasn't there a part in the beginning of the episode where they're walking into Michael's office trying to get her office and get their costume approved?
Mm-hmm.
And Kevin was
Owen, I'm glad you're here. I'm working on.
Me neither, Jay.
that didn't really
I'm working on
costume.
a commission for you.
Hmm.
I'm feeling pretty good about it. I'd love to show you, but it's like 50% done on the lines, and then
Oh, it hurts.
I got to hit it with the inks. So I just want you to know that I'm working on it. It's here, and that's why you can't see it right now, just because it'll be done, and you'll feel good about it. So, also, quick shout out to Owen Anderson. He writes our questions. He's the man.
He does an awesome job.
Yeah.
He also writes the answers for anybody who wanted to know.
I don't know. So I'm gonna let Kim throw out one.
I'm going to give you a hint. He was culturally relevant at that time, and now you've forgotten him.
Culturally
statement.
relevant.
That's a true statement.
Yeah, at the time he was culturally relevant. When you hear the name, you're going to be like, oh, I remember him. But
Culturally relevant in 2010-ish. 11-ish. What was that? I remember Gabe was Lady Gaga.
Sounds right. Sounds good.
Macklemore.
What'd you say, Jeffrey?
I said Macklemore.
It was not Macklemore. 2010.
OJ.
No.
Road rage.
He's culturally relevant a long time before that.
Well,
You guys
he
got an answer?
resurfaced though with his whole road rage incident, and then
And,
breaking into a hotel to steal back memorabilia.
And If I Did It. So that's a classy move. All right.
Throw it out there.
It's gonna be wrong.
George W. Bush.
No.
Kitty One American Idol.
No. Let me think for a second. It's gonna frustrate me now.
You got to throw a name out there. They're gonna keep it
Okay.
honest.
Who was Kevin?
That's the question. That is the heart of.
All right.
What's that?
It really made her stick to her guns.
I know it's wrong, but I'm gonna say the Cookie Monster.
We can't be right all the time.
He was Michael Moore.
Michael Moore.
You see it. Oh, that hurts.
That does
So
hurt.
you see why Jeremy was like, "What did you just say?" When you said Macklemore.
Yeah.
Ah.
I was like, you got it. You got it. Just say it out loud. But no, different guy. Yep, Michael Moore. I'm sure he's doing something somewhere, but I don't know what it is. So.
Yep. Everybody in the comments is like, "What just happened? What's going on?" They're all. What happened?
Rebooted the show. Kim took too long.
We have to start over now. Okay.
We can get it
Question
right.
one.
Maybe.
Oh,
Wow.
man.
That's awesome. All right. So we are down to question 10.
And for which we are going to win.
A young child. Oh, wait. No.
Hey, everyone.
It is Ghost. Signed by Adam Hughes.
And a young child.
Rowan, can
Nobody
you say
wins my
good
kid.
luck?
Thank you.
How adorable is that? Good gracious.
So now you've been graced with the spirit of luck by my daughter, Rowan. She's the best. And I think, just to gear up, maybe we should play this.
That's my favorite one. That one and the Blurred Syndicate one. Those are awesome.
Blurred is every time like epic.
Okay.
Wyatt shows up just to dunk on us.
He does.
Yeah, it's true.
Got it.
So, for that awesome Adam Hughes signed book, all you have to do is answer this question, which I have a sneaking suspicion Kim is going to be able to answer toot sweet.
Fingers crossed it's Harry Potter.
In the Harry Potter books,
Yes.
what kind of dragon does Harry fight during the Tri-Wizard Cup?
Hungarian Horntail.
And name the dragons everyone else fights. And who fights them.
Can
It's
you
the
do that?
Hungarian
Yes, she can
Horntail.
do that.
Are you sure?
Do it. Go for it.
Mm.
While you give it a little extra thought, did anyone win question 9? Mike asks, and it was Peter,
Peter
right?
Lewis,
Peter
yeah.
Lewis. Yeah. We threw it up there, but it was just for a second. So
I believe
sorry for any confusion.
you got this.
You got the answer right. It is a Hungarian horntail, but show out. You know the rest. You know everything about Harry Potter.
The Queen's
Thank you.
fireball was, I think, Trump, and then the blue one was Fleur, and then the Welsh green was Cedric.
It's pretty good. Just couldn't name one of the dragons.
Now she feels bad about herself too.
Yeah, she
You're gonna
got
have to go
Hungarian
do a whole
horntail
reread of the
like
entire
this.
series. Just
She will
because
be
of that.
looking it up as soon as the video's over.
I knew it. Well, you were correct. It was a Hungarian horntail. So I feel like Owen threw you a little softball there at the end. Ooh,
Ooh.
I do not remember that.
The
It's the ones for
society, the Society for the something Elvish Welfare. Yeah, Society of the Protection of Elvish Welfare. That's what I'm going with. Something like that. I know it's Elvish Welfare because it has to do with Bobby and Blinky, and it's a huge deal in the fourth.
Apparently, we got a Peruvian viper tail, a Chinese fireball Noriega ridgeback.
Are those real? Are those right?
I have no idea. I don't think so.
I don't know. I don't know. All right, so we do have.
You guys killed it tonight.
Yeah, you did kill it. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 9, and then it looks like the one true Zachary, the consummate gentleman, he won question 6, and he dedicated it to you guys. So we also have the one true Zachary won the Blurred Syndicate prize. He also won the O Canada prize, so he's a big winner tonight too. Alan won the Transformer, and yeah, that's got to warm his heart. Brings out the kid in everyone. And then Peter Lewis won Crossover. I feel like Peter is really racking up my sketch covers too, so I'd love to see that full collection.
Yeah, that was a great sketch cover to win.
Thank you.
That was pretty awesome. Oh, Spider Girl says, "See you in the next crossover, Spider Folk." That's awesome.
Well,
everybody says thanks for a great evening. All that. Peter says he does have a few of your covers there, Jeremy.
In
He's collected a few.
In the spirit of Harry Potter, just so I can try and get something else fun in, what would y'all's Patronuses be?
Mine would be Josh.
Huh, that's interesting. Mine would be a buffalo. No lie. A buffalo or a rhino.
That's a great one.
I feel like that's real. I feel like that's good. Buffalo would be, because you're nice. Rhino feels like aggressive.
They are a little aggressive, but part of that is because they have bad eyesight, which I also have. So yeah, they have notoriously bad eyesight. So they're like, I don't know what you are, and you're in my space. So if I knock you down and run over you a few times, you won't bother me anymore. And it works for them.
You know, I relate to that so much because I have really bad eyesight if I wear glasses or just nothing. And I feel like a very mean person when I don't have my contacts in, and it's because I can't see like my peripherals or anything.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. No, I have terrible eyesight to the point where I was out in the backyard last night and there were bats flying around and I could hear them. I charged him in the alley one time. I didn't know it was you. I'm sorry, man. But I could hear the bats flying around, and I was like, "Yeah, I even know what they're doing. I can chase them because I've made up for my bad eyesight with my hearing." And Rhino is a super duper right. God dang it! Stop with the super duper, you guys. One slip, one tip of the ancient tongue saying old phrases, and y'all are gonna get all over me. Jeepers creepers.
You only got to say duper one time before you said duper. So.
But I will tell you, if you could handle the fright level of Stranger Things, I think you would probably enjoy Midnight Mass.
Midnight Mass.
I may be totally wrong there, and Jeffrey knows you a heck of a lot better than I do. But that would be, I would think that you probably could. Because it comes in doses and it's well partitioned out.
I'll let him watch it first, and then he can.
So I think I may be wrong. I was thinking of the Johnny Depp movie, Midnight Mass.
Oh no, I'm thinking the new Netflix series. It's like 8 episodes long or something.
Okay, see, so I actually haven't seen this. Let's check it out.
It's very, very good.
to answer your question about the Patronus, I feel like I would be a bear, honestly, because I'm like lazy as heck. But also, I could be a little grumpy. So I feel like I'm a bear.
That's good. I like that.
But just like a regular old lazy bear, like a balloon.
Bully.
Serious Blue.
Baloo would be a good
Look
choice.
over
Or
Bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. That's
Yogi.
Jeremy.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
What is this resource? Hold on. You were going to maybe want to check, does the dog die, to see if it's something she'd like to watch. So hold on. So this is a website.
That's
Yes.
cool.
That
Does the dog die?
Yeah,
that's
my wife
cool.
uses that. Because if the dog dies in a movie, she doesn't want to watch it.
Nope.
Oh, that's
Huh.
terrible. I wouldn't want to watch it.
Right. And so that website will tell you if the dog dies in that movie. Like, avoid this movie, or is it okay?
That's cool. So it's a resource to let you know that a movie is safe or not. I love that. I'm glad it exists.
Poor Rowan.
Oh,
Can't help her there.
We've got to get a Miles for next time for the whole team. And I'll be Spider-Man Noir. That's me.
Yeah.
Nice.
If that is the case, maybe don't watch. Don't watch Midnight Mass. There is an unfortunate scene.
Oh no.
Jeremy would be a golden eagle. Man, okay. One True Zachary's been vying for best friend for a long time, and you just got there, man. You just got there.
wait, we're talking- You could also be one of the golden eagles from Lord of the Rings / The Hobbit.
Yeah, maybe.
Do you remember any of their names?
Are they
They,
good?
like save everyone in the
Every
most
time.
convenient time.
What was
Do you
the-
remember any of their names?
No, huh?
the king's name? Okay.
Did you know that the eagles who rescued the dwarves in The Hobbit were the same eagles that picked up Sam and Frodo?
They're that old.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Same eagles. There you go. Justin's throwing them out.
I don't know if that's right or not.
It
But
is.
Justin is typically pretty smart about
That
kind
is
of stuff.
correct. Well, thank
Hey,
you
guys,
guys, everybody, for joining us. If you joined us live, we really appreciate it. If you're watching this later, I hope it's as much fun then as it is while we're going live at this, because we have a great time and it's insane.
And I hope you're getting paid for it at work. So
That's right.
just keep it sneaky.
Like Ron Swanson would approve of you watching this at work.
He would.
he would, especially if you work for the government.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, we're
Thank
glad to
you
have
guys
you
for coming
again.
back. Like 2 years in a row with the best Halloween costumes ever. You guys rule.
Well,
You'll have to see what I am for Halloween, because I always work in the hospital for Halloween, so I can dress up.
Send us a pic so we can show it off on the show, because we know it's going to be stellar.
That's going to be awesome. So you guys always do the couples costume thing. What does that mean you're going to be for Halloween there?
You're going to give away
Jeffrey.
what she's going to be,
We'll probably wear this like at home, but
just for fun.
yeah.
Yeah, but
Oh, to answer the door.
I did get him a costume to match my costume for the later year.
Yeah, she got me a couple's version of whatever it is she got for work.
Excellent. Well, I look forward to seeing it. Well, thank you
Send
guys
us
so
a
much
pic.
for joining us. Thank you, Jeremy, as always. You're awesome.
Thank you.
And thank you to our moderator. Thank you to everybody who jumped on. We appreciate it. Y'all have a great night. Because what else have you got to do? It's super fun. It's super duper fun.
Thanks,
So
everybody.
talk to y'all later. Night, everybody.